हाँ बोर्ड में. अच्छा, listen. See what happens. There are two things we need to discuss about this melting point and boiling point. This melting point and boiling point. What is melting point? Melting point की temperature at which solid से liquid में conversion होता है, right? That is what we call melting point. Now this melting point depends on few things. What? One, the pressure, surrounding pressure. Pressure के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. In general, कोई भी solid का क्या होता है? For any solid, the size is less, and liquid the size is more. So when it is converting from solid to liquid, then what will happen? The volume will increase. So if the external pressure is less, then it will be favorable. So it will melt at low temperature, and if the external pressure is more, it will melt at high temperature. But water के लिए exactly उल्टा होता है. क्यों? क्योंकि water increases in size on freezing. मतलब जब वो liquid से solid बनता है, the size increases. That's why if you want to convert water from solid to liquid, if you increase the pressure, water will melt at lower temperature. If we increase the pressure, water will melt at lower temperature. This process is called regelation. The melting of ice under pressure and then resolidification is called regelation. Alright? So, pressure in general, on increasing the pressure melting point increases. But for water, on increasing the pressure, melting point decreases. You know why? Because of anomalous expansion of water.
So what do you mean melting point increases?
Expansion of water. ठीक है? Second, impurities. क्या होता है? अगर हम थोड़ा impurity ऐड कर देते हैं तो
melting point बढ़ जाता है.
The melting point decreases. हाँ, ice के लिए ice से चलना melting point decrease हो जाएगा. माने freezing point और भी नीचे हो जाता है. It freezes at lower temperature. Means if you add some impurities, the melting point will get lower. On adding impurities, melting point is lower. You have seen freezing mixtures. Have you heard about freezing mixtures? Using
हाँ सर.
temperature at which,
Where is it?
so boiling point, temperature at which liquid changes to gas. Okay? So again, it depends on pressure. What happens? In general, for all the liquids, when they convert into gas, they occupy more volume. Whenever liquid gets converted into gas, they occupy more volume. So what will happen? Tell me, if I increase the pressure, will it easily get converted to gas? क्या होगा? Boil easily होगा या difficulty होगा? अगर हम लोग बाहर से pressure increase कर रहे हैं, तब देखो क्या देखें, लिक्विड का वॉल्यूम कम है या गैस का वॉल्यूम कम है? लिक्विड को हम लोग जब हीट करते हैं तभी वो गैस में कन्वर्ट होता है ना, तो उसमें मॉलिक्यूलर मोशन ज्यादा है, तो कैसे उसका साइज कम हो जाएगा? उसका साइज ज्यादा हो जाएगा ना. तो अगर तुम बाहर से प्रेशर दे रहे हो तो क्या तुम अलाउ कर रहे हो साइज को ज्यादा होने के? नहीं अलाउ कर रहे हो, तो मतलब क्या तुमको बहुत ज्यादा हीट एनर्जी देना पड़ेगा उसका बॉइलिंग कन्वर्ट करने के लिए, गैसियस स्टेट में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए. सो दैट्स व्हाई अगर हम लोग बाहर का प्रेशर इंक्रीज कर देते हैं तो बॉइलिंग टेक्स प्लेस एट हायर टेंपरेचर. and if we decrease the pressure, then the boiling takes place at easily. If you go in the hill stations, then you'll see the water will start boiling even at 80 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Celsius. 80 or 90 degrees Celsius में water boiling start करेगा. Why? Because at higher altitude the pressure is less. So the atmospheric pressure is less. So the water will start boiling at lesser temperature. इसीलिए at higher altitude it is very difficult to cook without a pressure cooker. Why? Because the water will start boiling, but the food materials like the vegetables or the cereals, they will not cook
because of low pressure.
because this water is boiling at 80 degrees Celsius. In general, it boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So at 100 degrees Celsius, they will receive more heat, but now they are receiving less amount of heat, so they take more time to cook. That's why it is very useful to use pressure cooker at high altitudes. Why? Because in pressure cooker, you cook at higher pressure, so the water boils at higher temperature and the cooking takes place very quickly. That is why they ask you to use pressure cooker to save energy. Why?
The higher altitude.
Any place. If you use pressure cooker, the cooking will take place quickly. Why? Because it is boiling at water is boiling at 120 degrees Celsius. So at 120 degrees Celsius, the more heat energy is there. So in shorter amount of time, the food will get cooked. You know what I'm saying?
अच्छा मैं pressure टा
যারা বাড়িতে কুকিং করে তারা এটা জানবে যে নরমালি যদি তুমি চাল বসাও সেদ্ধ করতে ভাত হতে যতক্ষণ সময় লাগে তুমি যদি প্রেসার কুকারের মধ্যে বসাও তাহলে দেখবে তাড়াতাড়ি ভাত সেদ্ধ হয়ে যায় তাড়াতাড়ি হয়ে যায় ভাত জলদি হয়ে যাবে इज दैट क्लियर तो क्या होगा on increasing the pressure on increasing the pressure the boiling point increases. The boiling point increases. Boiling point increases. Second, impurities. Impurities add करने से क्या होगा? On adding impurities, boiling point increases. On adding impurities, boiling point increases. क्यों boiling point increase क्यों करेगा? Why should the boiling point increase? यहाँ पर तो melting point decrease हो गया था, lower हो गया था. यहाँ पर impurities add करने से boiling point increase क्यों करेगा? Why did it increase? Tell me. See, it's very simple. Boiling point is the temperature at which the molecules of liquid is getting converted to gas. That means it is taking up the energy from the liquid and releasing the liquid surface to get converted into gaseous surface, right? Now if you are adding impurities, you are blocking the liquid surface. वो impurities जाके क्या करेगा? Liquid surface को block कर देगा. Now what will happen? जितना liquid molecules पहले escape कर पा रहा था, उससे कम liquid molecules escape कर पाएगा. So if you want to boil it, then what you need to do? You need to supply more heat energy. So the temperature will increase. So the boiling point will increase. So if pure water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, if you take salt water, it will boil at elevated temperature, say 105 degrees Celsius or 106 degrees Celsius or so. Is that clear? বোঝা যাচ্ছে কি কেন boiling point বাড়ে সেটা বোঝা যাচ্ছে?
এটা জানতাম আমি ওটা জানতাম না
right